Welcome to Julie the Thrifty Designer. Today I'm going to do this behind me for our autumn harvest down at the farm. I know it just made it for the summer, late summer look, but stay tuned and see what it's going to be like. Well, today I am going to change this up. And though it's very pretty and though it somewhat has the feel of what I'm wanting to go for, it really doesn't. I am going to be 2 days a week homeschooling my grandchildren. So we're going to be sitting at my dining room table, which is right here in front of me. And I thought, you know what? They're starting tomorrow with me. I'm going to decorate this to be kind of the autumn harvest down at the farm, maybe back to school of, I don't know, Little House on the Prairie days time, or maybe even the Waltons, kind of a mixture of things like that. Let's see if we can create a fun back to school feel just for this vignette behind me here on my buffet. I hope we can make it look pretty cool. Let's see what it does. I'm going to step aside and let you just see a quick picture of this, and then we'll go from there. So as you can see, it still has the welcome sign and a little bit of my old world. It's got lots and lots of the flowers that I will be continuing to use, but just things that isn't quite back to school feeling or down at the farm. It's a lot of old world Tuscan looking things that we're going to change up and make it look pretty amazing, I hope. Well, you can see that I have cleared it off and I have cleaned the top, and I've just left these 2 lamps because I kind of think yes, they're old world, but it also kind of looks like something that maybe you'd see in an old down at the farm feel. Next, I found this really cute print at Hobby Lobby's in their fabric section. And I'm not really into the little trucks and stuff, but this one just spoke farm all the way. Not farmhouse, but down at the farm. And I'm going to get started with it because it's got the chickens and the harvest and the scarecrow in the barn and it's fall. And I'm like, this is totally my harvest or autumn harvest down at the farm. I think it looks adorable. So I went for it. Next, I have found this beautiful cookie jar rooster. Just think he's adorable. He was at the thrift store and he was marked $4.99, but everything was half price that day. So I got him for $2.50. How could I beat it? And I thought it just brings that picture to life right here. Let's keep going and see what else happens. I may move him from there if I decide other things don't look quite right there, but we'll see what it does. Next, I've put a stack of old books and a belt around it. Like they would used to carry it years ago. They'd have their belt to wrap around their books and they'd carry them to school that way. And next to it, it's an old Avon bottle, but it's shaped like one of those real old-fashioned desks. Let me turn it so you can see it a little bit better. And there you go. Now you can see it, but the little front seat part I lost a long time ago. I've had that since I was a younger teenager, I'd say, or a middle-aged teenager anyway. And And then over here onto the right side, I just put an old watering tin of some kind with just some fall type of flowers in it. Let's continue. Well, underneath of the chicken, I have put a little boy and a little girl seesawing. I kind of figured back in the day when they had recess, they had makeshift seesaws like this. And I just thought it would be appropriate. Back to school, down at the farm, chores to do at the farm before they go to school, and after they get home from school. But while they're there, they would have their lunchtime recess, and they could teeter-totter, seesaw. I think it's a cute idea of school long gone by. Now, on top of the books, I have this little statue of a little child sitting here reading a book. So I thought it would look cute on the books, sitting there reading. Next, I decided around the books to put a couple of apples, one for the student and one for the teacher, and then just a pair for that little extra snack. I think it's a cute thing. Well, now you can see that I decided to move the little seesaw children off to the side, and in the middle, I decided to go ahead and use the welcome sign. I didn't think I was gonna, but I decided to play with it and see what I thought. And I thought, you know what? We're beginning to go back to school, so welcome to school, welcome to autumn. I think it works, even though it's bright and sunny and cheery, but it does have the sunflowers, and when I pull the rest of it together, I think it's going to take on the autumn feel. Let's see how it works. Well, I decided to put a pumpkin in there, and I lifted up the lanterns that I put in there. Had some stands and a book, and I made them higher. This angle of the camera right now, I don't think you can see the lanterns very well, and you will see them when I do a close-up. I have been finding them lately at the thrift store for anywhere from $3 to $7. I just can't beat them. And so I figured, hey, they're going with this theme really amazingly. So you'll see the lanterns up close. Right now you don't see them very well. You can see them. They're the glass on each side of the rooster. And I thought, what's an old school without lanterns, maybe, or down at the farm with the lanterns. So I stuck the pumpkin in and the lanterns. I think they look pretty interesting. It's bringing on that old school down at the farm harvest time. Let's continue. I now have started adding some fall foliage a little bit, more like flowers, I guess. Some sunflowers and some Shasta daisies. And I decided I did need to add just a little bit more fruit. It is harvest time. We'll see what we do from here. Because I know it needs more, I'm just trying to figure out what it is to tweak it. Okay. I think I have pulled it together the way I think I want it to look. I added another flower arrangement over here to at least my left, because I'm behind the camera, to the left. And I just kind of sprinkled some fall colored flowers here and there. I had a lot of Shasta daisies right next to the books and the pumpkin, and I decided it was way too much because I really have a lot going and things are getting lost. And so I think it's almost too much, but I'm stopping. I probably could remove stuff and it would be okay. In fact, I think I see one thing I'm going to remove, and I'm going to try it. Yes, I like it better gone. It was, I wonder if you can tell which I moved out of there. That's why there's so much in there. I think you can't tell everything. But I had a green plant right there above the desk by the pumpkin. And it was helping to hide the welcome sign, which a lot of the stuff I put in front of it Makes it so you don't see the welcome sign as much anymore. Well, when you're standing up higher, you can see it. But also, again, to the left, I added my mother's true bell for school right next to the books. And I'm actually going to use it with my grandchildren. When it's recess time, I'm going to let them go out and play, and then when I call them back in, I'm going to ring it. I've decided I'm going to try to give them an old-fashioned school feel. Now, I hope this isn't too much, but it's bringing in down at the farm and the kids getting ready to go back to school. I think it's kind of neat. I'm going to now show you everything up close, and so you can see all the details better. And see, on the bell it says Bay State School. That was the name of my mom's school, and it's loud. You will hear it. It's fun. And the fruit, and it looks like an apple that's starting to shrivel up a little bit, needs to be eaten. And here's that cute little child reading this book. I guess it's supposed to be a little girl, I think, but yeah, so cute. Then I had an old picture, and I just simply put some bushes of flowers that I've had for a long time. But I will say, these ones right here did come from Walmart this year. And there's that pumpkin, and I got that pumpkin at a thrift store for half price. I think I got $1.50 or $2 for it. I can't remember what I paid exactly, but that's what it was. Another apple. These are all faux apples. None of them are real. None of the fruit here. And I just think it's cute. Now see, this is an old Avon bottle. Just as cute as can be. And right here, it really used to have the seat that came out, and it's been lost. And then I just added another little pumpkin, and see, you can still see the sign welcome a little bit, and it does feel spring, really. It kind of does, but I think it works for right now. And then there is this cute rooster. Got a little tiny chip in it, but for $2, $2.50, why not? And then here are those lanterns. Like I said, I got them from the thrift store. I still have the price tag on this one where I paid for the globe. Was $1.99, but it was half price. And then on this side, I have another one. It's just a little bit smaller one. I had to lift it up more. And I don't remember what I paid for it, but I think it was around $4, I think, something like that. Anyway, then I just put out fruit and some flowers and those crab apples, which is just really part of fall at the harvest season. And more sunflowers, and here's an apple still on the, or is that a plum? Maybe that's a plum. That's not an apple, that's a plum on the leaf of the tree. And here are these adorable children seesawing. They just made a plank on a wood log, and they're just going up and down. And I just think they set the tone for something you would do at the farm as well as at school. And then here's that, I think you can see it a little bit, that galvanized pitcher, which is fall foliage and flowers again in it. And these sunflowers, these came from Walmart. The others, I actually did find the galvanized metal tin with the other flowers in it at the thrift store. And I think I paid like $1.50 for it. And then I also put in another pumpkin. And then I scattered a few fall leaves here and there. And I think it really turned out pretty. Now let's look at the little tapestry thing I found. Look at there. See the roosters and the pumpkins and the basket of apples and the sunflower and the basket of corn. And then there's the blue truck, and it's full of pumpkins, and the scarecrow and the barn, the red barn, and the fall leaves on this beautiful, wonderful fall day down at the farm. So this represents my titles of this season is Autumn's Harvest down at the farm. Isn't it just adorable?
I think it was like, well, they had it, their materials, I think, this was like 40% off because it was their fall. So I paid like $4.49 for that picture. I think it's just cute as can be.
Well, I hope this inspires you to see what you can do to create a fun feeling for this autumn. Whether you're making it back to school or just your pretty autumn harvest type of feeling. I think if you're homeschooling this year, why not create the area where you're going to homeschool your children into a back to school feel? I mean, yes, there's nothing about this that's of today because the kids are going to be sitting at my table here with computer laptops. But it's an interesting contrast from the way school was years ago to what they'll be doing now. So have fun. See what you can come up with. Thrift stores are amazing for finding old-fashioned, interesting things, kind of in a primitive way, but I think it's fun. So this right here, to me, speaks definitely down at the farm, harvest time, and a back to school. And again, time for school. I think it'll be funny. My kids are going to either love it or they're going to totally think, Grandma, you're off your rocker. But let's have fun. Let's try to make school fun for your kids if you are homeschooling. Why not? Let's see what we can come up. You can teach them a little bit of history doing something like this also, because kids nowadays, they have no clue that Grandma and Grandpa back years ago would wrap their books in a belt and just kind of throw it over their shoulder and carry a tin with some kind of a lunch that Mom made for them, and they was rang into school by the school bell. Let's have fun with it. Just bring a joy to your heart. Be happy. The world's horrible, but in your own home, make it a haven, a heavenly place, a place of peace, love, and joy, and happiness. That's what you should do. And I think it's a great thing. So, you all take care, and God bless, and happy decorating. Until we see you again, take care.